Hello dear students, welcome to my geography class. Before starting the concept of the earth and the solar system, let me introduce you with the meaning of word geography. Geography itself is an English word and its origin is from Greek language. It is made up of two Greek words, geo which means earth and graphia which means writing. So geographia together means description of the earth. Today in this chapter we will learn about the earth and the solar system, about the universe and its formation, about the sun, stars, moon, different planets, their features, constellations and many more things. So keep watching the video till the end. When you look at the sky during the daytime, you can see the sun, and at the night time, you can see the moon and some shiny points of light. Among them, some of them twinkle, they are the stars, whereas some of them do not twinkle, they are the planets. All the objects in the sky are called heavenly bodies or celestial bodies. The sun, the moon, the stars and the planets including the earth are celestial bodies. The celestial bodies are spread over a very vast space. So we can say that the vast space containing all the celestial bodies are collectively known as universe. Let us first understand from where and when did the universe start. According to most of the scientists and cosmologists, universe formed approximately 15 to 13.7 billions of years ago due to the explosion, or we can say through Big Bang. Actually, there are millions and millions of stars in the universe. We cannot see most of them because they are very far from us. Stars are also not uniformly distributed in the universe. Sometimes they occur in groups, and millions of stars together form a group, and that group is called galaxy. So we can say universe is vast and limitless and it has many galaxies. There are millions of galaxies in the universe. Scientists give different names to them. Among those billions of galaxies, our solar system consists of the sun, the planets, their natural satellites, stars, and some other heavenly bodies like asteroids, meteoroids, comets together form our galaxy, and this galaxy is called Milky Way galaxy or Akash Ganga. Till now we are clear that our galaxy consists of millions and billions of stars. We can say that stars are huge heavenly bodies made up of hot gases. They have their own heat and light in huge amount. Some of them twinkle at the light while others do not. They are very far from us, thus they seem very small in size. The sun is also a medium-sized star, but it looks bigger than the other star because it is closer to us. Proxima Centauri, which is a red dwarf star, is the nearest star to the sun. The distance between the Earth and the Proxima Centauri is approximately 40 trillion kilometers. Now, let us understand more about solar system. The sun, 8 planets with their satellites and some other heavenly bodies like dwarf planets, asteroids, meteoroids and comets form the solar system. All heavenly bodies or celestial bodies move around the sun. Also the satellites like moon moves around the sun. Thus, we can also call solar system as the sun's family. Now, let us discuss about the largest member of the solar system, that is the sun. It is also made up of hot gases. It is approximately 150 kilometers away from the earth. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach on the earth. It produces enormous amount of heat and light which is necessary for all forms of life on the earth. Its gravitational force keeps all members of the solar system together, and the planets and their satellites shine because they reflect sunlight. We all know that there are millions and millions of stars in the sky. Some appear to be in groups and form definite pattern. These groups, which can be recognized by the shapes which they form, are called constellations. Some of the various famous constellations are as follows: Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Hercules, Cassiopeia, Scorpius, Leo, Cygnus, etc. Now, let us understand about the planets and their motions. After the Sun, other largest celestial bodies are the 8 planets. All these 8 planets do not have their own heat and light. All these 8 planets are spherical in shape. They all revolve around the Sun in fixed paths called orbits. Most of the planets revolve round the Sun from west to east, that is anti-clockwise direction. Venus and Uranus are the only 2 planets which revolve from east to west, that is clockwise direction. While revolving around the Sun, planets rotate on their own axis. Now we came to the conclusion that there are 2 types of motions, that is rotation and revolution. Rotation takes place on their own axis, whereas revolution is anti-clockwise, which is around the Sun. Let us understand more about the planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are made up of rocks and stones and are also known as terrestrial planets or inner planets as they are closer to the Sun. Other 4 planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They are also called outer planets. Jupiter and Saturn are gas giants. Uranus and Neptune are icy giants. Mercury is considered as the smallest and Jupiter is considered as the biggest planet. Venus is the hottest and the brightest planet, whereas Mars is also called red planet because of the presence of iron oxide on its surface, which gives it reddish appearance. Saturn has bright rings around its equator, which is made up of icy particles, dust, and gases. Now let us discuss about the planets and their natural satellite. Mercury and Venus, the first 2 planets of the solar system, have no moon. Earth, the third planet of the solar system, has one natural satellite. Jupiter has 79 known moons. Among them, the biggest moon in the whole solar system is Ganymede, which is found there. Saturn has 82 known moons. Among them, 53 are confirmed and 29 moons are awaiting for their confirmation. Uranus has 27 moons and Neptune has 14 moons. Now let us discuss about the next part of the lesson, that is phases of the moon. The moon is the largest and the brightest celestial body as it is closer to the earth. The moon shines because it reflects sunlight. The moon revolves around the earth once in 27 days and 8 hours, whereas in lunar month it takes 29 days, 12 hours and 44 minutes. The sun always lights up only one side of the moon when it moves around the earth. Thus we can see only the parts of its side. This is called phases of the moon. Students, the moon appears as a full disk when we see the whole of the lit side. This is called full moon or Purnima. When the part facing us does not receive sunlight, we cannot see the moon at all. This is called new moon or Amavasya. After the new moon, it takes approximately 15 days for the full moon to appear. So in the picture you can see new moon on the very north side, which moves to the crescent and then the first quarter, then waxing gibbous, and finally after 15 days it turns to full moon. Then it is waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, which leads the moon to the new moon. Let us discuss more about the artificial satellite. An object designed to revolve around the earth or any other heavenly body is called an artificial satellite. Satellites are carried into the space by rockets. They help to relay television and telephone signals. Some satellites take pictures of clouds, vast area of land, etc. This helps in weather forecasting also. India's INSET satellite are used to take such pictures as well as helps in communication and TV broadcasting. Now let's discuss why the Earth is a unique planet. As Earth is the fifth largest planet and it is a sphere which is slightly flattened at the poles. From a spacecraft, the land on Earth looks a mixture of green and brown. The oceans, which cover more area than the land, looks blue. Thus, the Earth is also called the blue planet. The Earth is also a unique planet where life exists because of the following reasons. The Earth is the only planet on which liquid water is found, whereas on the other planets either there is no water or the water is in the frozen form. As the Earth is the third planet from the Sun and receives moderate heat for the survival of living beings. The Earth is also surrounded by a layer of gases which is called its atmosphere. Apart from these gases, there is ozone layer which protects plants and living beings from very harmful rays of the sun, that is ultraviolet rays. Now we have reached to the last part of the chapter where we are going to discuss about the dwarf planets, asteroids, meteoroids and comets in detail. Dwarf planets are much smaller than other planets. They are the other sun orbiting bodies other than moons. Pluto is now considered as a dwarf planet while other dwarf planets are Ceres and Eris. Thousands of small celestial bodies revolve around the sun between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. They are also called asteroids or minor planets. This area of space also called asteroid belts. Some pieces of rocks and dust revolve around the sun are meteoroids. When they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they start burning and produces flashlight. Thus they are also called shooting stars or meteors. Most meteors burn up completely while falling. A meteor that survives its fall and hits the ground is called a meteoroid. A large meteoroid creates crater where it falls. About 50,000 years ago, a meteoroid created a huge crater called the Meteor Crater in Arizona, USA. At last, we are going to discuss about comets, which are among the beautiful sights in the solar system. They revolve around the sun in long elliptical orbits, thus they are visible after many years. Halley's comet completes a revolution around the sun in 76 years. It is also named after the English astronomer Edmund Halley.